training young couple. Who call pie for? I did what it say. Young Johnny Cobia, you're a miracle worker. You're a destiny changer. What's in the every day? It's in your being every day. In your being every day. In your being every day. Kenya,
It is the first working day in this week, but of course it is the last Monday in the month of April. That is how we welcome you to today's edition of the best entertainment show on OK 101.7 FM, where everything is okay. Mema obia kwaba me da obia senso odro amwo mayenti abotre amwo mayenti enijia amwo ehunse enenso mode mo feed in to 101.7 7 babeti enkomobo eni yenyumbo. For some very good reasons, it is going to be a lot of less talk, much music in today's edition.
Okay, FM. Okay.
My name, your humble host, Halifax Addo. Ne papa was astronya me pa. And in recent times, when I'm in my stubborn academy mood, I call myself a slightly used zaddy. Just omu yuzu me bebresa. One I don't know me p. One or two hope slightly used, fairly used zaddy. Yeah, I wouldn't want a second hand. Pietro Pumenko here me wo. The point now overuse or no overuse. I mean, I use my slightly one keke. It was a beautiful show produced by Obia Gloria, the Yasentwa utility player of the Spice Media, ably assisted by David Pablo, DJ Bosco handling all my music today, and of course Benjamin Compson to take care of our social media contents. As I said, there's going to be a lot of less talk and more music today, because in same baby yakoti see obinam krobo asase so ono de okone pa ba ko na waji 500 cedis. Wow. Is that the value of a Ghanaian life now? As a human life being reduced to 500 cedis? No me tafla che yedin do circle po nya me here for one round. Anyway, and then me pese mi sua de nti bia se e show na ye nkomobo obi ne ma na ode ato ye Facebook platform no so na ina ye sua de. It is OK 101.7 FM, about our traditions, about our customs, about our greetings. In some parts of West Africa, Nigeria to be precise, among the Yorubas, we a Bema, you need to go prostrate on the floor like a lizard. Now we're chian. The ladies simply genuflect. Ghana had ye meaning obia Bema kochi obia na obono salute. I mean, how do we actually greet elders in this country? Anyway, so between a traditional chief seated in state in his traditional area, his royal palace, and a visiting president, so Moba, who has to get up to greet who? We've seen so many videos where some chiefs have either refused to get up or clearly told them that, tell them I'll not go get up. Others too have had to, get up from their throne of their skins to greet His Excellency. It is becoming an issue. When you come to my palace and I am the king or the chief seated in my palace and state, if I do not get up to greet you, but I always shake hands with you, have I disrespected you? as I said, I want to learn. And of course, Jocelyn Duma, beautiful actress, adorable actress. She's been talking a lot on the Jocelyn Duma TV. So I got to say, Mema Mabanansi, Oba Ubakwa, Mompese Monwano. I dang. She calls them Bon One. Say, oh, Mema Mabasi idea. Say, men I mention one Sansha Oba. Oh, can I be befell cramo? Anyway, let me return to my music. Then I introduce my. No, let me even just go straight ahead and introduce my one and only panel member, Nene Benette Akwaku of Kroboland, of Adaland. Or your opinion, Wanasorio, the president of the Men's Fellowship of this church. Pape, ompen kwadan kwada. Na onkan semfunso. Ne ho ye fegi. Somebody in this mid-60s who na se so be afena we di 40. Na obone ho rough. Papa ma shena se be mfie bebre asu adwuma. Na mayenken ready mayenken no kran shira de ni onyam. Papa yi na se adwuma ye de papa. Wo sha papa ya se a. Obie bribia so wa di treo. Onkata rezo. Wo sha na se a. Wo bribia na se adwuma ye de. Mama mana kwaba. Na mbesa na se weekend no ko sema o. Ni din di Nene Benette Akwaku. Ya benu de your friend Olubadon. Olubadon simply means the overlord of Ibadan, the Oyo land. That is in the Krinkum Krankum of the Yoruba states. Olubadon. Mwakwaba.
Johnson.
Patoboko die.
Aye.
I see. We can no cause saying.
Oh, baby, I saw the same how kicking.
Then I said, Michelle was saying, you man, say one for she. I mean, you didn't hide anything from me.
I know that.
So you opened everything to show me.
Everything regarding
learning of the job under you.
Thank you.
Just let me see.
You could have added that.
Oh, now say me see Michelle was
all doubts.
About the problem they say me say will be so wow.
Ochre we juma no yi.
Wa kwa ba Olubadon. We can no call saying.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. You dey bia wo kwa yi nene.
Running around no. When day you come ko yi bi wada. But I guess it was a return trip, you know.
Oh, okay.
No, sorry. So, well, it's cool. Serial killing, as I mean, so it also was a worry to me since yesterday. I'm here.
Serial killing. Oh, the gentleman.
The gentleman. He's more or less a serial killer. And then it reminds me of.
Just three.
Well,
so three lives in the just. Anyone who knows me.
So it just reminds me of a Charles Kwanzaa case in the account. The more we okay,
the canary bed,
yeah. But the way the story is trending, say I'm pa, me are okay, say chop about 4, and I am Musman. Okokuni plana na sabi odi wa people woman you know what do you call it, their saliva.
No one teso.
No more. Yes. No, they are coming to chop for no. I think say by now, Nanka, some of those people should be also questioned. Say I'm padia.
Where should say the Oka say only Ajumuyali?
Well, if we take it that way, then at the end of the day, he will go scot free. The movement say he decided not but say we sure so me Ajumuyari. The fact is that he did it. And is it
the fact is that he said he did it.
He said he did it.
Who was the last arguments we were? He said he did it.
He said he did it. You are right. Into no sa angle no so din abebobo no. And pass almost man or the baby sa bre wo mo. me a trim ebi kwa enye onu kwa o ebi kra sa chop bar for na okan. They also have other people they send to do similar things. So the network may be broader. What you say? Once you mention some people, you go look for them, question those people. It may be say, so we are hitting the gang. That is my so far. It's very worrying. It's unfortunate. 500 cities for a life, and anyway, but Halifax, yeah. So all you know, we put there say 500 cities. Squad be wa hono mo 50 cities. No some mo we can ho. You can't say go and finish this person, they will go. Because he just needs that 50 cities, that money for something.
Menjindi 50 years.
Halifax. 50 cities.
Any week I crack say.
Say. And I say kitty say. That is all they need. Some people do that a lot. Odimika obedidi matem. Oni ni mbabe here say inti me chire no say mimi wo area hansan obai. You get what I mean?
Na chirenu bribi, why do you kill him?
That's what.
Because people say won't chire obi bribi. Ukuna say won't chirenu she. Waho.
People do it. Some people take something very small. Ukumwa ni manu ko yes ade no kra. Enye sa wo mo aya mo ni part me see na koko say me I bring my boys. Me chire say me were boys. Makofa pick up ba ko no the boys a group. Say kra na ma wo. But almost mu ko area hono action sport hono mu kitase kan yo. E dey mu pick up mu.
I want the betra nipa.
Betra nipa.
Na mo dey go. How much?
Na mo be 100.
So you win no frame. We say saying.
Oh, Hali.
We dey be say.
Enu ne ma djuma no ye ma wo mo. So it's very worrying.
One of my fears. Abranse ya onwa kana num sentum se wakone pa miensa na odi efono no anum so much obafo enye ebimu adwuma na papa yegui. Because
that is the point.
O be kan sa ansem fun se ya he didi wo choba yi o se jenifo yi afedie you know
you are
especially I won bo choba kro no. Say choba ana choba B. After that bia me call choba na me hwe nkwanum say tekrema we ni ba tekrema na trying tekrema.
Choba for they've been at the receiving end of such allegations. And yet mama for ebo musubo say ye no kresa ye no kre enu de minim. But this is not the first. Unti say ya chi obi a o kunkum opete anam friend say. Vulture.
Opeti.
Yeah, opeti is singular one. I don't know, but so yachi obi. Onambola so okungo no dia share. Kotoku. Yes.
There is somebody on Facebook called Tommy Bismarck. Says so this host must be a gay. Oh, look at the way he's describing one of his panel members. He says it all. Trust me, say me share was here, man.
Hey, Bismarck. Be careful.
Me a gay, me say me share na se. Me fear the bree. Na na se adwuma ye de bruta. Obie bribia so wa.
I feel no babe
reputation. O dey call. I was a
yes. Oh, I remember not too long ago somebody was arrested. He was killing vultures and refused them to be. So he was arrested. I'll see what they gonna chop back for now. I'll supply him the beer.
Then so one bottle back. One of those guys I
he must have mentioned the names to the police.
Oh.
But the way cases end in this country, no. And when a investigation to the because you should let somebody know what is it.
Media for they say yeah.
Sabi suya. No wouldn't say. And yet nanchina udi ya. Let me know. Say a namphobia. Let me know. Say sabi krama nam na udi ye. And I say a horse be a that baby now.
Also, dear, okay. Then can crash right there. Let me welcome the other two after this comment because I'll come back to the discussion.
Okay.
And two patrons say, so we'll call kebab raho. And I kebab rankacha will say, oh, Nene Patra, we a pity namu. How would you buy this pity nam?
So. Those
let's be no as if after letting you know you still go ahead and buy it.
There are people who will come and buy anyway. Once they know, say, and okay, like pity aside, but crama.
That's a crama and a delicacy.
Yeah,
it's about crama red meat.
To me, it is not.
Nana won't read crama and I'm that.
Debbie.
Kai.
Debbie.
Obi Frere Antonia Baifa Cabo man. Anyway, that is the voice of Nene Benete Akwako. Me penyin pa ma shena se mfie bebre adwuma. Eye we ya ho, enye we ya me si me shena se na me nya opportunity na me san shena se biom pe. The man in the middle. Let me hope this today I'll get it right. The name is Reverend Dr. Counselor Cyril Cassistine George Lutrot, a man who wears many hats. To some as a father, to some as a husband, to us as a brother and a friend. To some, he's a medical person, and to all of us as the counselor of counselors. Reverend Dr. Lutrot Moakwaba.
No, Bema Bokodia.
Media chair.
The other dean.
Oh, yeah. We can, of course, say,
we can need it. Why would I say, Ubia weekend, Edda Kubia, I was working on the press release at Mijama on Friday. Friday Mija press release Bima. I was a kind. It's a one kind. But it was circulated to all media houses. So I was working towards the press release.
For a media's release?
Yes.
He issued it on Friday.
Yes.
Friday was 25th, if I'm right. Yep.
Yes.
26th.
So it was a 2 days.
For immediate release?
Yes.
For immediate press release.
Yes.
Look to. Happy birthday to my wife. That is your press release. Happy birthday to my wife, Mrs. A.N.Y. Lutrot. Thank you for allowing me in your spurs as a husband and a father for our children. On this new age of your life in marriage, may you prosper in this new stage and age with more grace, wealth, beauty in their capital letters, and divine protection from God Almighty and beyond from your husband, Reverend Counselor George Cyril Cassistine Lutrot, and the entire family. CCT. Copy to all media houses. Today and tomorrow, please. Counselor. When was your wife's birthday?
27th.
Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, a belated happy birthday to her. But why do you issue a press release about your wife's birthday?
Because she's among one of the important people in the land. And if I will get my sanity and come on set, specifically as a married man, then we should give thanks to her. Because my few hours with you here, even as academy boy, you cannot even contain us. And my house is not a studio. However, she's been able to live with me for many years. I didn't give birth to her. So once she tells me it's her birthday, I always forget. And it's a deliberate reason to forget my wife's birthday. And she knows that I don't want to remember because I didn't give birth to her. So when she's able to remember her own birthday and gives clearance for the way it should be celebrated, I think I have to do it. And the other part is that I have become an asset for the nation, whether you like it or not. So my wife is the first lady of the land. In the categories of counselors, this is the first lady of all counselors. Because this business we started first. And she deserves to be celebrated. And by that virtue, that's why I released this press. I brought out this press release for immediate circulation. And the media houses that did well, I congratulate all of them who read it. And those of you media houses who didn't read my press release, remember that you are in deficit in my content development for your station. Because I don't want to die. Then you start crying like now is the time to celebrate me. And Hali, in the world we are living, for you to know people who can celebrate you, it's not when anything happens to you. It's when somebody close to you, something happens to the person. That is when they'll be known. As you are sitting, if anything happens in my family and I take you there, that is when they will know you. Apart from the fact that I will introduce my wife to you. Anybody joins you. So I'm celebrating this woman over my life. I am proud of having her as my senior wife. And I'll always be proud because I've told her the rest that will come and the rest that are coming, they are second, third, fourth. But she is the first and she'll remain as the first. So happy from you is a belated birthday. And this press release, you didn't read it. And that's why I keep saying, Onake Chonye, Shinsani Abuka maybe, Manke. Sani Akone. Like my friend, may you so rest in peace. You know Nana Brown? Do you know Nana Brown?
Nana Brown.
Syndicated Capital.
Yes, I do.
He has a habit that you are cultivating.
Oh, me, I'm changing.
When you call Nana Brown, you can call him 3 weeks, just like Samia Oku. Just like, at least now this man is changing small. What boss? Now he's changing small.
Oh, now I'm changing. In fact, I'm 90% changed.
Thank God. So I called him. I've called him since January anyway. And I decided, okay, let me call one of the guys who works with him. Only to find out that he died on 20th January and was buried on 28th February. Okay. Syndicated Capital.
Anyway, Councillor, you said a couple of things. Some I disagree, some I agree.
Well, your disagreements have not changed the statement. You didn't read the press statement.
But I've read it now.
When was it supposed to be read?
Well, you don't tell a journalist when to release news.
No,
you said news.
We say for immediate release, 2 days, and we give the timetable.
Well,
Friday and Saturday.
Yeah,
the fact that this man, don't bring yourself. Because
no.
Please,
listen
your boy want to change the story.
No.
Can you correct him not to change? Because whatever he says is like you told him to say.
So let me say, if I'm wrong, you will correct me. When you see
one man was expiring date.
There is an expiring date at the edge.
Oh, really?
For release for only 2 days. Okay. Friday and Saturday.
No. You didn't say for release for only 2 days.
It's there.
It is not there for release for only 2 days.
For what?
Copy to all media houses. Today and tomorrow, please. What is Where is this stated that read it for only today
and tomorrow? When did you receive it?
Well, that day. But today is today, and tomorrow is tomorrow.
I gave you the thing since
today
Friday.
Is, well, Friday was a day, today is also a day. But Councillor, on a more serious note, you said a couple of things I agree with you. We'll see you an access to this country, an access to this nation.
Yes.
Councillor, yeah, the name of the media grow. We overlook a lot of things, but they are very, very critical. So we share the number of cases of depression on the rise these days.
Yes.
Clearly, people like you who do counseling, who do therapy, who do emotional management, you are assets to this country. Especially when you be na your depression never some kind of year never be wrong depression ba call any counselor ho. Sometimes cry nim symptoms no. Sometimes symptoms so it is this one or two you see on radio now we are the same madam for be you make sure say bro when can they was you on depression na so who will be no bona mani so in that light, Councillor, you are an asset.
Thank you.
I miss when people and say, oh, Councillor, meaning you are doing our way home. But all 3 years ago, and we thought it didn't make sense.
Yes.
So anyway, Mamima.
Boys to men. So thank you very much for wishing my wife a happy birthday. And thanks to all of you who took advantage to say happy birthday to her.
So what was the birthday party?
I followed the orders of the one who was born. She said she wanted a reflective, quiet birthday party with gifts. She didn't exclude the
now
gifts.
There's the part I disagree. So you are saying and say we fini birthday and a big deal.
And birthday now before you normal.
Did you give birth to yourself?
But I was told when I was born, so I work with that.
But she has also told you
that
her birthday. You were told when you were told what?
But I deliberately forget.
Deliberately? How can I deliberately forget? Well, why not just say when me?
Halifax.
Imagine say when me really. Anyway. And then on my right side is the man himself, so Chris Safo, who is a community liaison officer at the Beyond the Year Secretariat.
I have a problem with Socrates, so when you have the opportunity, you give me to address it. I have a problem.
Let me introduce him when he's with an. Let me take it again. So Chris Afo, a movie producer. But see, they were a community liaison officer. It was beyond the return secretariat. Almost share Ghana Tourism Authority. ASE, GTA. Almost share Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. ASE. Me sure almost share Government of Ghana. ASE. So Chris, they try no enjoy. It will man on the back one, but every time I see what pension, then so and do 3-4 months near or the full rubber. Tum. Yeah, they're still making the rounds internationally. They be tum. That is what I said. Tum. Black. General, they're a nickname. General Safo Makwaba. Pasha Boko. We can call same out.
We can call ni na a music video a lapta one. Okay, lapta one.
Pacho high.
It's in the Jamestown area more. Yeah.
And you've returned to music video production now?
Oh, no. I was just helping a soul. A young artist who needs help.
You see, you try.
Oh, okay. Say me boa.
Safo and Safo production?
There be.
Okay, because that was the understanding.
There be.
Okay.
Any young artist be here mwano. Me feel say if meeting me a boa. Yeah, I do.
Any young artist be
any young artist.
Money be manina.
Yes.
Because I calculate to say coincidentally, so far Mankwa na Obuam.
Oh, Halifax, and you're correct. And them your boys are my woman or Modos sing girls.
I would them her.
At them her the Z-boy bone shaker.
Menkainum.
Oh, Oba had with Ninyumbi, ma maybe baby. I did a whole video myself, spent
Oba studio her.
Yeah, hand me.
And she means remember ma baha. Na if so muchemba na munchembe ma.
Oh, okay. Emma bebre.
And yes, a bebre asem. Means remember mba woni o ma baha.
Oh, okay.
Na if so munchembe ma.
Okay. But maybe my memory serves me a writer. I mean, him say my boy me bebre
Simba.
Yeah.
Well, so when I would wow and see.
Yeah. The Kofi Dave, the new one I just met. Helping him.
You just met.
Yeah.
So you are now about to help, not the one you've already helped.
Oh my one kakra. Me share be 3 months in here. Yeah.
What is the name of the lady from King Temple? Abiaima.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So won't say men kasa na bia ne wanya news say Abiaima nya obi aso ni mu a omo the whole management omo boa.
Inside the way a conveyor belt style be, you do the nursing. And then when the seedlings grow,
and it's not just musicians. It's not just musicians, Halifax. Everybody in the arts. I met a guy at Nkrumah Museum who fact paper he will draw you right now. So what can I?
Was it the guy who she and Nana, who friend Nana, no snobble?
Aha! Oh, Halifax way I can't public.
So friend say,
and I do those things for any artist, any person or yet new. Me feel say, more meeting me the abuano no. Inti enye emana mape, but me be brave.
So obviously you like helping artists outside Accra more than Accra. How would you respond to that?
And also it's true. And also I am part. Halifax, I have a you say Ubia or Brebia, and me feel say who chill. I didn't meet me abuao. I didn't meet it.
Ubia or Brebia.
Yeah, Michelle. There be Michelle B. Na or starty Bibia because me starting no me kai. Na emu ni baby o me time na me start in the channel me interest in you baby apart from Ghana films any bia uncle kwansan mo establish there was no help bia obi anywhere wo kọ no wa kan say me pewe ana me pewe and I wish say metimi nya obi sa me nya enti no at this point me hu obi a me feel say no this guy woman so me shoes ni mu bi e dey na metimi aye dey aboa but the hair na ya ne say bebre no emwa no omo value wo omo nya ne free enti no enu na ye ja
nene there's a proverb in Ghana mamen kana me fancy her me loaning pay
ule
whatever be
Halifax quick one na nura
still
mamen kala last one nura ye twa na no me drew all the girls see be by mention. I say, hey, Mr. Safo, and of fraud back, say, this is the man. ask him the tailor, we want your tailor's number.
Tiolo no
I'm
na.
afraid you. Mr. Tiongbo yo. O find me comment am a video call.
Ombe twerking.
I almost on say almost twerking at you measure.
Okay. Let's take your bite on this new guy who is saying he's a serial murderer. Do you know that one?
Yeah, and answer me home.
Okay, let me take your thoughts on that. I take counselors and I come to my main topic for today. What do you think? I suspect he's pretending to be a madman. Now the okay is so.
No, and who you are madman.
Oh, say madman.
No.
Somebody a toasom.
And who you are
500 cities or to me kuni pabako.
Poverty mentality.
Poverty mentality.
Yeah. Who say ubi or her based on the status baby or say baby environment or one. Even one city enough money based on the environment no ebi on teduane on to hwe saa na wo onye duane di ne niam free ska hu hia no engine such a person no onya even 10 cities grow hu ne say ska kese. And there are areas in Ghana and ne me no ka say communities bi o no kono mobi even 50 cities
plus weed.
Yes.
No, the weed no come.
Who say
because then I mentioned the same 50 cities.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see.
But how come the two of you know there are multiple ways to kill people in this country? I mean,
yes. A new artist here who can I said there's this new artist me man program or baby or buy not or shannon yet.
Or buy na bema.
Or your bar. Anyway, see you okay boutique bi wo me office anymore. I yanko honey yanko. When him say atari am to share no. She was like, you know what? On him say obetimi ato atari to this value. I share the body.
Oh, was cool.
Was it?
David meet you.
Yes, atari or share sika me de to atari no. Or say what to atari or ko full line de bia 2030. No, or share the amount of money a dia to atari share no na. She is not comfortable with it. Such a person. Bo say ni level no a certain level. Inti you no ka 500 me. Me hwe video no.
Bro for ben ni level no a certain level.
Communication. Say asie a oye communication. E common ye bo.
Can you na
fast and friends.
Ni level no a certain level.
A certain level. What is it?
So you are saying that I shouldn't dismiss the guy?
No.
The all can debate me no cray.
Yes.
Say obi sumano sanko kun obi mbreno.
Yeah.
Na so for akunipa miensa. And each time man 500 cedis.
Yeah.
Na okon mo a na waji omo anum nsuo no mo yaase nsuo.
No dey mean who send your no. I mean who say I don't know.
Anum nsuo no say o dey hanky na paper. Ba yaase nsuo no dey yambesa no. Omo ambesa no.
Na uku nipa na nsuo ba.
Nku nipa da safo.
But Halifax that 500 now.
Until they will be saying yes, they will see in nice so. Missing the Panabusi on board.
On board, nipa me hono.
I also put it to Nene 7 feel say insane huna okay. A say trouble for Juma.
And yense hu. And yense
asempa.
Asempa no can Halifax.
In your words, asempa okay. We say and say trouble for Juma. Because now after that, me culture about me wonder say now if no be no mother.
And say trouble for Juma. And say trouble for Juma. No, so ultimate pinpoint it. So bo ma me need chop by rano. Obo ni din. And yes since boni ntira obi our dress. Inti no no there.
Okay.
But Halifax quick one me dey man say no. The amount of money I will argue
for a cost of a life.
For a cost of
500 cedis.
Halifax. How much is $1?
$1 is about 13 cedis now.
Yes. Some people go on demonstration and say, "Hey, be a certain amount of money." What do you say? Obi so environment bi. Onum so hwedin you say, "Hey, we are unye na wo ko demonstration." Me so me nya yanka. Me jubilate me ko di adanse e wo e friend say I saw them. Into no bia ne environment a wo.
Bia ne level. Level.
Yes. Into no ano. Papa ne
well, but it is sad. So that is the psyche of some people in this country.
Yeah, a poverty mentality.
So I don't want to argue. Poverty. On nobody what do here.
There be ni here no. Ono so baby adwin no. Ohia ne de adwin akofa no no.
Somebody's prayer request is that Syria made us life now. The level of level on the way see we say ohia adwen no sa level on no obi wo ho a obompai so no crampo on do sa level
yes I agree.
I'm going akokun obi a for 500 cedis na ye nwa mojina circle yi ni La Paz kromoji an
when
the name is Councillor Lutrot.
Oh, you don't answer me.
Yeah, bonkomo. Councillor, a quick take on this one. I want to go to greetings of presidents and chiefs. I mean, there was this gentleman. I don't know if you've seen the video or not, Councillor.
Yeah, I've read a story. I've heard people communicating, but I've not really taken time to see the gentleman. What can I say? But when it comes to serial killing or serial killers, I say, says you'll be a serial killer, will be able to confess it and has committed a crime of killing more than one person. And so, your friend serial killer because we are for him, Halifax.
So far, see means, sir.
And the trade or qualify as a serial killer. Now, it's a suffocase, Bibianya, Minisafo because in one space, Safosi Bibianya, on one subio say poverty mentality. And for me, psychologically, anything that you associate with the mental faculty, it means that it is part of the mental disorders. Obi eni asasi swa obetimi kunipa oye normal. I repeat. Obi eni asasi so obetimi kunipa oye normal.
Immediately mentiasi ebi ametwinu na mentini ye. Obi ani asasi swa oye normal obetimi kunipa.
That's all.
And now obi ani asasi obetimi kunipa oye normal.
Like if you are normal, you cannot kill a fellow human.
I suppose the adjuncts to the person. Obia ni asase so a oye normal out to me kunipa.
So set me can.
Hey, Halifax tree.
That is why I said that maybe my tree because I interpreted into English.
No,
okay. The second one means that want to mean cool beer nipa no ye normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't kill a normal person.
And so obia ni asase so a oye normal. Out to me share ni penny for 500 cedis.
It's not the amount. It's not the amount.
And so, but so are you saying every murderer is abnormal?
Every murderer is abnormal.
Oh, so we explain never. Yes, yeah.
Because you see, in the first place, the normalcy of your cognitive template. So now,
normal say cognitive template. Swa.
I don't know my mentality, no.
I don't know much of cognitive crap. So what about it? I will wait. Nakaboko Marco Fene Joyce Carbo. Swimming pool like a billy like that. That will about Baba can bravo actually now enjoy the cognitive of your normal template.
Send a wide being and she share a tier. You cast a template, not just say Obia Adwin Bob Breno.
Okay.
There was send a yashi channel. 80 Uti was the CA when ni was soon wide Uchi said me yes, then I heard you first. A wide being an hour.
See, but it's your mind who controls everything.
And then I heard you first.
Wide dream.
So the template of your mind a capture away from where?
From your eyes.
And to what dream when India when they you madi hunwe.
When you name hunye. But why dream interpret it?
What's it why I confused you?
Because we will confuse you.
It is obi come be near check. You see about down for be said you know, yeah, discharge your war Kenya or Ethiopia. And I far anka. You my two products. In as well with me identify. Now more coffee. Akwana no ohili first no. Ye dey ade an chair say we ye dey den. O say dey papato. Na ye orange. Okay. And ye hu say akwana wa hili there but or the other things they count. Ye would am bebre no. Send an cognitive template near normal, but or yen abnormal, so he can stay and continue eating.
Just as you know.
So the cognitive template now me can as a segment of the brain. What share two say? Then a man who say you two, because utiwe ukata we ni na share two uhuana. So we ask ourselves.
Still yent yes yent we dey kawasa.
Demonstration man want here. Etu kata we ni na uye say. Then now a blind man have something that they see. That is also not true. Psychologically, every blind person sees darkness constantly. Cognitive template want touch him. Yeah, the clinical assertion amawa say ahine 2, ahine 3. When in the show you, but adwene na ema bob say kasa hin 2, 3 because adwene na connected. And it so be all nye normal and obi oye normal say na kan no on to me enku obi just say onu nipa no ye abnormal eti abrantie say the okay this alleged murder ya o kenka the okay kenya no a mental disposition be see ehwe within the mental disorders because say oye papa nipa kum eyede. Even within the red, yellow, and green gunshot cry, yet training crop for 8 crown. Seldom a dupe pensu be a boa. Botua, untuin botu anywhere doing fine. You need to cultivate a certain habit in your cognitive template before you can take that action. Eti obia na sisi so ye papa no. Untumi nku bimpo enjiska. Eti abranti asma ye ke. Bibi eka na adwin. I see a boano here. And don't justify action now. Why no? And a bio or the nippon test one year day.
I saw the macho bar, man.
Nippon test one or the culture bar a year day.
Me fair be near Dranny Dante meaning.
Eh, now the body part this way, yeah, and you know what bar, and yashi. Oh, the Dranny crowd would be naturally say, even crowdy panic carry gem. I want the noon. Now on red Dranny. Choba and Kwanya Abeko Debi, Yaso, yes, here. It's always hot. If there's any form of gem, Nipan Portia, dear when Kra, Eddie Gumukra, it dies quickly because of the heat.
Well, sad upon chin, Nena Nuntes would in Crampa the Adriani.
So I'm saying, say, yeah, cassette or the or Kunipan were in Teso Eddie Akoma Choba near. Choba Nipan or the Teso the Yade.
It be a spiritual more than physical.
It is so Nipan say Choba in the Yamane request to look for saliva of who? A male or a female, from which tribe, from which house, which color, which speech. And the Uko Kunwai, and I see Kunen and Nafan in Teso Bremi. Was this specific Kun Halifax, Kun George Lutrot? Not Choba Nino or this not say. Choba ni fan tesuo mbra no this in a contracting one na choba na contracting na tesuo no ya the brain in what way. I mean critical analysis in terms of the thinking cap ni mu na me gidi say abrante wo adwin mu na adwin hu ebe touch ma e was some pensuo bi e na say na so critical kan no anampo na ka say depression most of the times you know clinical depression and non-clinical depression ye nyina ye nya ye timinya within conversation. You didn't come. You can just be depressed and may come in and leave the studio and go. Found God. It's just a small minute. Intimidate bizarre. A brantiano. Yenya more research on him before we condemn his situation. It doesn't justify the fact that he's killing. Wabe can say no. Maybe and Rani straight. So can see about Choba owner biddings and kind. I mean, you're very careful because a grofo to won't grow for the. You say we won't grow for the. And there are 3 months, we see Councillor to Tanyam.
Tana Yvonne Nelson boss are called the Dean.
Our boss so created there went to
they've so created a yen sim, a chop bag. So was it dinner or chopper?
I won't.
He has maintained the position. I won't talk. For how many years now?
So when you're depression,
yeah, so it's depression. Signs of depression. Not clinical depression.
But counselor,
so I believe he has a problem.
You let me ask you 2 in 1. Unjin this say a bear affected choba for Juma. Na secondly, as a society, when did we get here? If you listen Ghana, the Ankayentisao.
We have been here a long time.
You do hache.
Long time.
Oh.
I remember say 1983, 85. Our race junction. I think the story. So you need be a share.
Race junction was in the Adensa Road. Okay.
Madina. Those time race. Charlie, where now on a magic road. Yeah, or from women was sure she get 3 days away. No good okay. What's I watch la me back. You know those times. Yeah, magic. And I should microphone.
Oh yeah, in Adenesi. And I'm dressing.
Those times, so you need be or take Bruno baby. Enya adwen na adwen ho touch maka kra wo na yiri asem eso oja ehie onu ani fie ni oba ni nyina wi akitekete bia okuru bia be ka asem no and then last Thursday story we ba Meet FM like maybe microphone sending your stories and Abrante ya sending me story your friend Francis also at Airport Hills na the woman say na yiri ene ne maame eko na yiri ene one ne maame na eko entokwa be na ne maame ne yiri ko asebio na yiri ne abechi ono ne maame so mo ye mpem agro bo onu ehu ne ma we ehu ne yiri no o da say
mpacho kan biom
mawari obi ya
good
en obi ya maame etie ho
good
abi ena 7 years na abi betna ye ho ai obi ya maame no me ne ye e was sexual relationship
okay
for 6 years now but best 3 months ago no na ye ho me
on na see no mo wi
me hu obi ya
okay
but obi ya be 2 years so but abi na hu no
ohun ne ba no ohun ne ba no okay
e no ko ye
ohun ne ba no time ne ba no krono no botu ono maame no so
like in the
okay
act but the man anya hwe e no ko ye so na nso to according to story no e no ko ye e na sisi what say ne ba ne maame na ekoso ntu fifi o mbeso wunu no so say da bi ne maame ne nya hwe ntimo monko nje okọ maame na maame ka je say de enti aba me ba ne si mintu ni say 3 months ago de ye no obeto ye nso ba wa hu me na me hu no now say what say bibi say na echirem sabio na abrante afa bibi e de akobo na yiri anakoku obi so on prince ne maame ne nkwa obi ka say normal na
they be any normal
situation or see on prima ni mother alone in fifi.
But she's my mother, and I said let her leave our matrimonial home.
And also she's been so helpful for you then.
But she's my mother.
Or see on manenko. And
because of our interests.
And your interest in besi and then you didn't be sana sem.
Anyway.
So when we dream make one sem no. It's your chair what to say. You see a brand here we say Eddie Bibia you be waboni to why you say there is a story behind it. So what them can I say? Clinically, he's not correct. He's not stable in mind because he's worried the wife has not asked, "Why are you chopping my mother?" He's not stable. He's all
and so Philly say, "Papa or krobo
he has a mental."
Bribia kochi papa. Antonaje credem.
And you couldn't catch him.
General, you kept shaking your head.
Oh, me, I like the angle. The BI is here, dear one, but I dear back on can. The BI so sorry for us, near can. Yeah, Councillor Angelo Otekino. I'm surprised and he's also speaking from our angle.
Who are the
my angle? My angle.
So sorry for us and ba angle Ben on
say Abia so asembia ba me say hwi nim bibi na asi. Wo Councillor o say aduane na aye no nsuo no a o de ko gu aduane mu no enya hwe it cannot affect spiritually and because
listen me see
clinically or kind of medically and not to see heat and I see a punch
the person needs the thing for spiritual effect.
But
no, you mentioned
I mentioned it. What about spiritual?
And I was expecting his reaction
to the spirituality,
to the spiritual side, you know. No, be can say hwiyensi.
There be me say me come in my illustration say safu ne pentes we fini wa e ba ne se ne suma nene na ye suma ne na kopa aba okope nipa oye kokko oye tuntum oye igbeni oye asantini ana enti akra ne papa na sem na oka dey interrogate ni yie because the request of the choba antesuo na e dey call ade ama no se choba ni na nkasa na agaku bi ji ntesuo a different for spiritual purposes now. It can be used for anything. Saliva. What don't we use saliva for? Even in the
Master, this question you're asking, if I answer now, they will say I didn't cheat you. What will be?
Because you are only go fear now. We say two was the last one. So what I'm saying, but check before we can rubbish any choba or anything. We should see
but
the
there can be.
sanity.
You agree that there can be spiritual connotations to it.
To what? To the request. I
I
just said that saliva can be used for so many things spiritually.
Are we going to this use of saliva again?
No, I know you don't. You are not friendly. You are not friendly with using of saliva in that area, not because of a case or something. But
I honestly wanted to do very less talk and more music today. But my one say, Rias, yeah, so I say when you be a man, who can't I want to mean you.
And also,
Because man can sanka, a beer, now, yeah.
then they have a Monday, and sign the other body machine, new man is here, petty.
Oh, it is just like my pastor. That could never can say, we're going to have a very short sermon today. Oh,
Why we are the quality?
say one can be a point him.
Finally, my last point. Finally, my last point.
My prophet, my pastor, Ebenezer Kunai, shout out to you. Okay. Noun.
this one here.
Oh, where you?
Oh, so that's my what is that?
Where you?
Oh,
yeah, I'm sure I dream. Where you?
Let me take his story, you know, and compare and rubbish story in it down because I you share ID investigation journalism and discovery. There's something on yeah. What share the story is maybe 85, 83. Yeah, investigation Afina, the real thing has come out. What was here? So see
Anyway,
what me investigate almost over 20 years. It been an editing here or pay investigative journalism. How can they be a synchrophone here? Lazy journalism. On no kind.
Well, but maybe they back on say, Papa no wakana asem, but to investigating is for all you know, he's not a murderer. For all you know, he's covering up for some people. Council and Nisa for there are people in this country. So country must say, bra. Makwakwa di bonibi. G X amount. Na can say when I we na go dimba on beji. And then of course. Got pay $50 million cash, bra. From our branch be say bra $50 million. Can come say when I we yes see. Got dim 10 years never. Because on them so no. $20 million scrap for the next 20 years on nyebi. Yeah. And then we never know who the actual perpetrators are.
Right.
So my policy is that when it comes to murder cases, for the facts that what converse win away you know, and no interest yenjin tumsa, let us still go deeply into it and interrogate what you are saying. Na yenya, find evidence proof.
That can help us.
Because not all evidence too is proof.
Yes.
Evidence ever to me a proof say the papa can no cre on one offer woman and now sick kind and now Caesars and meanings and all any whatever he did, because it's still not adding up, counselor. And I'm disappointed as a country. This is where, to hear such things. First, no, for a Ghanaian, Debbie.
I say, see that big in the kofum wakokunu. Also starting to say jelly. See that bill. Well, couldn't my men or didn't go see and as I could to near her. What you trying to eat in this scene, I could Obin and saying Obis or the Caesars, if you trying to eat what them was our successor. So
Obin crass or in and saying, yeah, or the singer kakot or mutu, make I or Bobisudi, singer kakot try on one shwa.
You know that story.
Or say no, soon I say on your punching and walk kitchen.
And audition. Sorry, me kai pa.
No kita sikana na said ye.
Sorry, no
sleepwalking. I have seen a lot of sleepwalking patients at the ward. At the ward, hospital ward.
And Papa Okoda now said draws and
they can even naked themselves and do the thing. Sleepwalking. Some are very dangerous. Some can leave the house and go to the beach cry and enter the sea.
May God save us.
Yes, so sleepwalking is another game altogether, another psychological thing.
Counselor, wouldn't and Monsieur dear about our Ghanaian, none of the consultants on Ghanaian culture. So Christopher National Commission on Culture.
So I mean,
in the topic with the one number to me, a boy. Oh, they be yeah for be a time in Trobia. The one say in Suya dear, but the Sappho's position of the wedding say about to me, I can't dear say onka maintenance. Say per se in your show, you bet woman. Now I would dry upon, but say in Suya dear.
Okay.
In penny for videos be bray about say man penning ko babia or jinchia is get to a point or see a himfo no or sorry no munchiano. You know about saying public opinion is split. I mean, is it right? Is it not right? I don't know. On yes, banana pay. I was just coming and then I saw this thing on my news GH. It is a very credible website run by the one and only Stephen Zuri. Stephen Zuri, so now first one was watching and I see what daily guide. Then I said, okay, Stephen Zuri. And then it reads, tell him I won't stand up. Jagbongbura refuses to stand up to greet Akufo-Addo. And this is the story. There was drama in Gonja land after the overlord of Gonja traditional area, the Yagbongbura wa bi Kunuto. Let me just end at the Yagbongbura wa rather than call the name wrongly. Refused to, because he's a very respectable man, His Royal Highness Sankasa. Once I can't pronounce the name properly, I'll just stick to the title. So there was drama in Gonja land after the overlord of Gonja traditional area, the Yagbongbura, refused to stand up to greet President Akufo-Addo. In a video cited by mynewsgh.com at the Durbar of the 48th Annual Congress of the Gonja Land Youth Association and the first anniversary of the enskinment of the Gonja overlord, President Akufo-Addo, who approached the king to greet, gestured for him to stand up. The Yagbongbura gestured by raising his two hands and told his handlers he won't stand up from the throne to greet the president. Some of the officials of the Yagbongbura Palace were plainly heard hurling, and this goes on and on. Well, saying unpleasant things about the president for wanting their king to stand up before greeting him. On social media, the video has gone viral, and the reaction has been negative against President Akufo-Addo. And then the story quotes some of the negative reactions. Our king won't stand up from his king in his own palace, in public, to shake hands or greet anybody, not from the president of the United States of America. It goes on and on. Another person who comes and says Nana Akufo-Addo was standing waiting for the king and overlord of Gonja. And for who do I even start? Well, let me start in the first. Nene, you are a royal yourself. Ebamusa, why now Sorintia wine? I mean, how does it go? What should be the protocol?
Halifax, this is a clash between two segments of our law. It is an offspring of indirect rule by. Abofon by na onobedi esuwe no. They didn't live. They had difficulty. Omunya challenge kakra. When befa so adi so. They couldn't give us direct rule because the chiefs were very powerful at the time. Indirect rule. Indirect rule. Mujayen. And esusan so no be. Ene ye because there is that clash at the top between the politician, the political head, and the traditional head. Inti se uba mimi ho. Na mina obia me as the traditional head. I find it difficult. Say wuna ube kan chire me say me sorry. Say me respect you. Na me sorry na me chiawa. That's a different thing. But for you to direct, say me sorry no. That is where the clash is. Is it necessary? Is it not necessary? Is it something we can just gloss over? Who should, by law, succumb to whom? Me ubisamia. Me feel say it's unfortunate. Say, sadi a babe ye baby didn't want to brain sisi. The law recognizes traditional authority. Of course, the political authority, which is the president, and they are the highest politically. But se kobani say ye ko share ewo baby if an say festival be. Na president ba. It must all the chiefs or the kings stand up. For me, if you ask me as an individual, no, I don't think say they should stand up. I personally don't think, and I'm not happy with the way trendy.
It was in the Volta region recently,
yes.
And also video no around, yes. And then this time it is in the yes. Gonja land.
Yes, because never be who set the precedence. Then you must make sure say be have so. So you must be the normal thing. Then you must make sure say be have so. Why do you go into that gray area? Because me just sure say president, but me has send a directive to all traditional heads in Ghana. Send me all year say. I expect they could have used some diplomatic means. Bina, obi a odi enim bi betimi akwa akokachire wo mo say pamuche say ba no see, but in just a president to draw no money sense, so get up. That thing I'm not too comfortable with that style.
Okay. Interesting take. Councillor.
I think that the Constitution is not confused about that section. But before the 1992 Constitution.
Answer 1992 Constitution.
And I be seeing it. Almost still ahemfo. Arbitrations are still done to settle disputes, and it works. However, no tie constitution we ye power. Baby to say where you are invited by a chief, for example, what kind of constitution now? I was trying before the call. I just wanted to read that. So I don't.
So yeah, charge you phone.
No, for the first time, I don't know. I think phone call. You know, it doesn't happen to me like that. Anyway. For the first time. Now, ocean ye pa. To say na your hinia. On to me invite Halifax. Say ombra in the constitution. Obey my invitation, but your choice to come lies on you. As compared to first, no. Yes, nene. Ah, otia kunye iso frewa. It is not your choice to come or not. That's what the constitution has here.
Well, yes, by the time you would end, we'll get your fuller picture.
So, the new constitutional year is not straight. You read more than 3 different sections before with the position of the chief. And now Ohene Biotiho. Having said that, age, chieftaincy, governance, a clash. A clash because ya Halifax so tia akonya so me sini panyin me any grandfather but akonya na oteso no eso say me age. So in that vein me kwa Halifax na oya akwala no or sorry emma me in the name of age ana otenase esansa akonya obi oti akonwa bia so bia no enye nipa na ote so ne yesum akonwa no. The recognition is the chair. The same way the office of the president who is occupying is the chair. It is the clash of sa and did not make us a airban. What problem one? Then it can be which is right. Say the president should not get to an event and command a sub chief impo to get up. He has not gotten that right in a gathering. Because naturally, if a chief gets up from his seat to address the president in greeting, what this two traditionally. A man for to me, a share saying, you know, that's all yes. Their level of chieftaincy on chair direct. The hand of the chief cannot greet direct. How on earth, when His Excellency the President is addressing the nation, he speaks direct. But per the chieftaincy rules and tradition, when the chief is speaking, he can shout, but somebody must speak what he says. So, the governance, now chieftaincy, there are two different offices. However, say ahimfunu efi omufie na omukọ mampanyi aban kesie mu no mampanyi ewure mu a like omuba presidency you are or ba please can we all like court rise we are in the court rise within the chamber you are no that environment no judge you know until you know we are there court rise because judge near the oba we all
and there is a coat of arms behind my lord.
Thank you. And the president, the office of the president, he's operating not as Akufo-Addo, His Excellency. He's operating because of Akonyano Timuno. So in the office, power they can see it. It doesn't mean so few of us are power in you, but immediately the president moves, the power is subjected to a lot of rules and regulations. And one of them is the action, and it's not the first time. Or ba could be a call ya see or yarea or my penny national anthem. I was somewhere.
Program I think that was in Greater Accra.
Program Biasia.
Yeah, program Biasia.
Or he on feeling okay, but he has to grease the occasion and he was sitting. And His Excellency didn't know, according to report by and Ocasio man saw because the national anthem. Yes, that's right. But in the laws of Ghana, a chief shouldn't rise when the national anthem is sung. Go and read it.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that one.
Yes. Akonya yet is we are sorry. Bema, yes, sorry. Oh, say, oh, he ba bedroom. Say, a year in Yamanyama, or he ba bedroom. Oh, be sorry. Wouldn't they to be sorry? President is sorry. I'm sorry. But if you protocol now, usually no, he bar. The last person that comes is the president. Oba, security wise will be a baby. But someone penny ba bedroom. Or him for no more tia kunyasu. Oh, be sorry, Gina also my penny. So there's a clash. I say yes, school curriculum no more saying no. Omufa we nyina teachings na ye no. Enti say koba ne say o mampanyin but because me who another video be o mampanyin ekochia is it I don't know whether it's Asantini or Chihini. And baby o Chihini tini wa. O da say. Okoho tongo chia no. Halifax the other reverse is that say omampanyin ba no be chi ohini na usually no ohini no esuma ne man kwa e ma ye koma omampanyin na kwa ba. Hardly do you see the chief getting out to go and greet the president? Osuma. So our problem is the traditional clash with the political and governance. So the president will be thinking right in his position, and the chiefs will be thinking right in their position. But this is the time that the chieftaincy ministry and the friends protocol for meeting 70 BRC. Honestly speaking, on video be a man 41, a man 40 nechi. Over command they say, Nenetesho President Iwanungale. No, it's not done. That is not done. It might be maybe. Look,
I think we need to clarify one thing. At the head of every traditional area, no, you were paramount chief.
Yeah.
If the paramount chief, no, apex. Mm-hmm. Under him are divisional chiefs.
Yeah.
Under divisional chiefs, we have sub chiefs. Then we have clan heads.
Yes.
and some your development chiefs who said they're bang,
Yes.
they're bang. Inti, I think says
Then we even have quarter chiefs under the clan head.
okay. Inti said nipa no ye paramount chief. Dear, I mean, say you can't ask a paramount chief to get up. Say Yagbon Rawano, a paramount chief. No, can't you understand? I'm sorry.
He's the overlord of Gunjaland. I mean, if there was something about paramount chiefs, I never from. But I mean,
because chieftains Yankasa ya dilute no ama obia e title bi. Obia pese onya EBT obi so ran rakwa. There are so many even in between me and Mabubo so ikra no. Obia sorry anu abo title bi. Esan say wa fra container or the ibia about the trainer just anu so your hini. So it's very difficult to know the difference. But where we are talking about the Yagbongrawa in particular, no dear, Charlie, a bad the pastor back and so sorry.
Well, and Halifax, the dressing or can as me born, wouldn't him say traditionally though. Obi any who can say or quack or dress it or hini.
But what can you address it to say or hini?
Like over to tun to ma. No, it's not done.
Yakawara and to tuntuma.
No. You can't dress like a chief to go and marry.
Okay, so please explain what you mean by dressing like a chief.
If I say can promise video be a circulator or call worry or accessories.
Okay, so it is the accessories. And then to man.
Masa and to man ya what ye fry was sending a friend you want to maybe a Santini pen a fra obi and free biomda. Recently a Santini addressing in Crawford say pen pa Obama made a statement there. The thing went deep into my head. Or see sa sofo no bom paya mana omon kai na there's a word he used na kwal souls and he mentioned it certain title like those are na him and o see nkrofo ne say o see ade bi o mo ya odwi hu sa omo say onu ntumi nhye mpaboa mo onu nso omo nso nhye mpaboa like the chief, the Asantini cannot wear a sandals under his feet, and they walk barefooted for the chief to wear sandals. It doesn't mean they come by you. You think it's a human right thing, but he asked for prayer for them that the way they have made him, and that statement was like they can't wear sandals for him to wear sandals. So when he's in sandals, they are barefooted on the floor. Look at the level of our chieftaincy, which brought a lot of discipline and respect in our times. We have diluted it, politicized it, given it to spiritualize it, hyper spiritualize it, fetishize it. So for that matter, if His Excellency requested for the Dagbonra to get her from if the request was made by him, then it was a wrong move. It was a wrong move. It doesn't change him as the president, but that particular place. Asantini addressed a particular gathering in the US. My people, for the first close to 15-20 minutes. Now, Ahale, money, like, he was being who he was. The introduction. Halifax, when you watch it, the way Sanjini was addressed before he got to the podium, and the whites were sitting.
You feel proud to be a Ghanaian.
Not just be a Ghanaian, that tradition at play. What you get where I'm coming from. So, I'm thinking that everybody can make an error. We are all human beings. One way or the other, we can fall victim to it. His Excellency is the president.
Our time is up. We got to go.
The microphone is in the chin. Say suya. Ye nyina ye suya. Yetimi yanfuzo. Yetimi go ye ase kochia. Na yenche ye. Na hey, oga keja begu kandi. Come on. Then you go and do. There are times here so ye alter ye share tisu ye why. Who can say why alter na chia? Whoever, you know what I'm talking about. So these things, I see a suya. And it's a call of us say our educational system should be restructured again. Can we learn these things from the basic? So that before you become an MP, you know, because some MPs come to churches and then they want to sit where the pastors are sitting.
Well, some pastors give them those places to sit.
I mean,
some pastors
want that.
Oh, so I
am wrong. So if the president requested or the team of the president requested, they have to find a way to appease the people, and then let's build a peace pipe and do the proper digestion well.
I actually do not know which part of the law to quote. We can all go and learn and find out. But I opine with the two of you, say, when a chief is seated in state in his palace, and you are coming there to pay homage, you must respect their customs and traditions in that palace.
You're right.
So, and their customs and traditions, the man doesn't need to get up to greet anybody. It is his palace.
That's where the Constitution comes to tell you that all customs and traditions are subject to the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. That's what I was going to read for you.
So if so, there is also no law in this country.
Yes.
That says when I'm greeting the president, I should get up and stand up.
Yes.
No, there is no law.
Good.
So if you say this is subject to that, I must respect in general.
There's big confusion with age,
exactly,
governance, because His Excellency is age
is 80. May God bless us to be 80.
I mean, yes, the age alone. That's something when they put Halifax in a chair, all right, and an 80-year-old man is coming to greet you. You are in a chair. Do you get up because it's your child?
It's the same thing we are doing. No, you are showing me respect because I'm the host, not because of my age. But when we get down, the type of things people tell me. Anyway,
so I mean, we are learning.
It is still breaking from the high courts in the country. Accra High Court, blah 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 blah. Let me do this. So it is breaking news. The Accra High Court has turned down a request to force President Akufo-Addo to receive and sign the anti-LGBT bill. So Nikrakra said you cannot force the man to receive a bill until the Supreme Court determines what the substantive rates would be. So it will still be with the Clerk of Parliament for now. I think that is the Nelson Roxon, the family post case has been turned down. Want to mean for soon say on G bra Obidia Supreme Court said portions of it are unconstitutional. Your train Supreme Court the end so by Richard Sky and let's see how it would go. My info grown to China and paying you for me saying I see. Sure dear, you do see dear, you the G and you the border who you the Yaniama be brave, but Yami. Ayewa dom we dey wo show no wo mpanyinfo kudambiensa omo mama mere omo wo fie nyansa omo wo school nso nyansa adom enhira obi nyanesa omo banso a no ba kire omo adwin kama just a cancellation there won say wo ba be pon afi na wa jini what is that tonga tali ni amani say
I mean I don't know who is taking it but some people want to testimony.
A lot of thanks so goes to Nene Benete Akwaku and Socrates Safo. Obi produced my show. It was assisted by David Pablo, DJ Bosco, and of course Benjamin Compson.
And the ginger honey chips on 0277 609 604. Wait, Mark ginger honey chips.
One fan it phone number can ho an kan enyo.
Nyame no chain.
Nyame ya do ma.
Fanye afuna de kan mame.
Please, so look after yourselves well. There is a serial killer on the loose out there. Na mo bi an be ye wo ya sensu ene wo num tesu say o de come trouble. It's been caged
for now.
I'm off to Peace 104.3. Keep your dials here. Your bar DJ Bosco will hold the force for some 2 hours and hand over to Abeku Santana. He also hands over to the news team and then they hand over to Vim Lady later in the evening. Keep it locked.